Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend that her using her accent in public alienates people from her, so my 27 million girlfriend, 26 female, and I are huge movie buffs. We are cinephiles, and that's actually how we first met, through Letterboxd. We watch a lot of classic movies together, from the 30s and the 40s. Side note, people, do not be afraid to watch old black and white films, please. Some of them can feel just as funny and affecting as new films. Now, on to the real problem. My girlfriend's a huge fan of Katharine Hepburn and insists on watching at least one of her movies every other day. However, recently she started imitating her speech patterns and mannerisms. For anyone who's interested, Katharine Hepburn didn't speak in an organic American or British accent. It was a weird mix of the two called the Transatlantic accent. This is what it sounds like. It isn't an organic or natural accent, but rather one that was taught to upper-class children and media personalities back in the day. My girlfriend has exclusively started to use this accent in public and with me, and it's weirding people out and giving off a sense of entitlement. What makes it worse is that we're actually a bit more financially secure compared to our friends, which makes her seem bragging and shameless in front of them. I've tried to tell her, but she just ignores me. Am I the a-hole? You're not necessarily an asshole for feeling uncomfortable or for expressing concern, but the way you're framing it, that your girlfriend's accent alienates people or gives off a sense of entitlement, could come off as judgmental, controlling, or even a bit condescending, especially if you haven't approached it with empathy. Here's a breakdown to help you reflect. What's understandable? Feeling secondhand embarrassment or awkwardness when someone behaves in a way that attracts negative attention, worrying that others might misinterpret her affectation as elitism or pretentiousness, wanting to help your partner avoid unnecessary social friction, especially if you notice friends pulling away or making comments, where you might be crossing a line, framing her self-expression as inherently negative or socially harmful may come off as trying to control how she talks, assuming her accent is making others feel alienated or judged, when it's possible they're just surprised or confused, not acknowledging that for her this might be a form of artistic self-expression or identity exploration, especially if she's immersed in classic film culture. Let's be real, the transatlantic accent is not commonly heard today. It's dramatic, performative, and a little eccentric. But eccentric is not equal to harmful. Your girlfriend isn't being offensive or rude. She's just leaning into a vintage flair. It might feel awkward in casual settings, but that doesn't make her a villain or you a villain for pointing it out. What you could have done, instead of saying it alienates people, try, "Hey, I know you love Katharine Hepburn, but I've noticed some of our friends seem caught off guard by the accent. Do you mind if we talk about it?" Or even better, "I love how much you get into the classic movie vibe, but I'm wondering if using the accent in public is making some people misunderstand your vibe. What do you think?" Verdict: soft YTA, leaning toward NAH depending on how you said it. You're not wrong to bring up social dynamics, but tone and intent matter. If your delivery came off as shaming or dismissive, that's where you veer into AH territory. If you approached it gently and with love, then you're just trying to navigate a weird but harmless quirk. And that's okay.